up doing a leak down test on a generator. We had oil all inside the airbox here, all down in there. The oil level was low on the dipstick, wasn't even really on it. Checked compression, had 195 pounds on the front cylinder, 60 on the rear cylinder. So we ended up putting our top dead center on the back, and we went ahead and calibrated our gauge out. We're using nitrogen as our compressed air. Set up here at 100 pounds of pressure. Our other side here, we got this unhooked. We're calibrated out. Now we hook up our hose to the cylinder. And as you can notice right there, we are leaking at about 95%. You're listening now where the air is coming from. I can hear the air down here in the crankcase. I do not really hear anything in our intake, and I don't hear anything back here in our exhaust. Now we'll go ahead and do a test here on the front one to show you what it should have looked like. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do this thing top dead center. Put our extension in there, something to, so you've seen this one come up, seen this one go down. Watching her come up. Gonna have to get her top dead center. What I like to do is push on that because the air will actually shove the cylinder back down. Got it there at 0. And there's what it should have looked like. Here we're only losing about 5%. 20% is the normal acceptable level. Our pressure coming in here is still right at 95 pounds. The book says use 90. If I'm going off memory here, you're supposed to zero out your leakage gauge, and that's what I've done. You can hear a little bit inside there, but obviously there's a tremendous difference between the leakage rate there. At this point, the motor can't really be repaired out in the field, and generally the cost to do that is going to be more than just replacing the motor. We ended up doing a standard compression test. I had 195 pounds on the front cylinder. I had 60 on the back. That's what led me to this test here, along with the oil that was all up in the airbox. The problem that we were called out for is overcrank, and that's where we were at. And so now that it's failed, you can look through here, the results. Air escaping from the carburetor, air intake, check the intake valve. If air is escaping through the exhaust, check the exhaust valve. If air is escaping through the breather, check the piston rings. Air is escaping between the cylinder head and block. The head gasket should be replaced, and check both gasket surfaces. So there you go. Now I do want to mention, right after checking the compression and seeing that it was that low, I checked my valve clearance, and I was in tolerance. That's the front one, which had good compression. One that did not. Today we're coming back to change out the motor, and this is the motor as it comes. So we're just going to haul this thing over there, which makes it a little bit easier. Looks like the jug lug, but it's a $5 deal from Menards. So we'll get this thing hauled over there. We're going to get the other motor warmed up, drain the oil out of it. This motor does not come with oil, so make sure you bring oil with you when you go to change it, because there's nothing in there.